Hello, welcome to Yoga with Weights. And today we're going to be doing some yoga flow with some weights involved in the air. So I have two sets of weights here. I've got a set of 5 pounds and a set of 2 pounds. You can use anything between 1 and 6 pounds for sure. I will give you some options of how you can make your weight a little bit more challenging when applicable. And if you're new to yoga with weights, I recommend that you do this first without any weight. Make sure you've got all the form down because if you don't have good form without the weight, adding weight into it will not magically change your form and make it better. So you want to make sure that you got good form before you add in the weight. If you want a little bit of the resistance but don't have weights, remember you can use bottled water. You can use bags of beans, bags of rice, anything like that, canned goods. You just don't want to use anything that is in a glass container because if you were to drop it, then you're going to have a dangerous situation on your hands. So that being said, you can also have a blanket in here if you need knee cushion. We will be on all fours towards the end of the practice and as well as the beginning. So feel free to bring that in. Otherwise, you can always have water available to you in case you need it, and we will get going. So having a nice comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you, we're going to draw up and in from that center line of engagement. Belly button is going to be in, but you don't want things to be so engaged and so tight that you can't breathe, sit, or move with ease. You can have eyes closed or open but gaze cast down. And just taking a moment, noticing how you feel. And then from here, as I breathe, I'm just going to notice if there's anywhere that I could soften anywhere in my body. As I sit tall, I want my ears, shoulders, and hips to be in that relative alignment while keeping the natural curvatures of the spine. We'll set a nice intention. Good. Strong body, strong mind, strong heart. Resilience. And then from here, once you're ready, fingertips to the side, palms turning upward. Inhale, reach, 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 touching them together. And we'll take that back down. Let's do that again. Bringing it up and taking it down. Good. We're just kind of warming the shoulders a little bit here. Some deeper work that we're going to do later. And taking it up and bringing it down. Good. This time, let's take it up. Reach, reach, reach. Let's get a little side bend towards the left. Good. So I've got a nice long top arm here. That's going to engage more of my side body on this opposite side. Good. I also want to be mindful I'm not doing a forward collapse. We want to open up that shoulder. And then using the obliques, we'll come back up. We'll reach. We'll take that to the other side. Reaching over and finding that length. Breathing and expanding. And then once ready, good, we'll come back up. We'll reach up, reach, reach, reach. A nice rotation. I'm going to the left, rolling the shoulders back. Good. Breathing and expanding. And just kind of remember that nice pro tip. If you are in a twist, whether you are standing, seated, on your back, what have you, you always want to make sure that you're able to expand that rib cage. If not, you're too deep. And inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, other side. Good. Arms are going to come down, rolling those shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind us. And breathing and expanding. And we'll lift and we'll come back. Good. Now, from here, let's take the hands to the shoulders. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit of shoulder work here. Good. And then we'll take that in the opposite direction. And we'll just move forward and back. Good. And then from here, good, we can shake this out. Good. Take any little movement that would feel good to you. That might be some neck stretches, shoulder rolls, maybe even some stretching here, maybe some wrist rolls, whatever would feel good to you. Go ahead and do that. And then once you're ready, we're going to take this into all fours, all fours. So I am going to take a folded blanket here. I did a hike over the weekend and my knees are a little bit sore from that. So take care of myself. Good. Now from here, knees are about hip width apart. They can be a little bit wider if you've got a cranky low back. I do not have blocks today, but if you like your cat cows with forearms on blocks so that you're not too low, you can certainly do that. You can also be on the fingers. I'm going to spread the fingers nice and wide, rooting through the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb, and I'm pressing away, so I'm protracted. Good, big inhale. I'm going to take that chest forward, looking forward, tilting the pelvis back. There's your extension. That's the cow pose. Exhale, rounding, tucking the tail, looking towards the thighs. That's your flexion. That's your cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Good. Let's take a little cow pose here. Good. Knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. I'm just going to reach long here. Your shoulders are with that yet. Remember, you can always take the hands by the ankles. Breathe. Coming back to your intention. Strong mind, strong body, strong heart. And then once ready, good. Hands can come underneath the shoulders and we will come back up. We're going to make our way to a downward facing dog here, a downward facing dog here. So from here, I'm going to take my hands a little forward. I'm going to tuck my toes. I'm pressing in and forward into the mat, and I'm letting that pressure help me more easily lift my knees and my bottom. Good. And then I'm just going to kind of check in here. Good. So I'm making sure my shoulders are away from the ears. So they're protracted. Without turning my fingers in and out here from the elbow, I'm going to turn them more in alignment with my pointer and my middle finger. So that rotation mostly comes from the shoulder. Good. And then I'm just going to walk my dog. And I'm trying to press evenly into my big toe and pinky toe mounds. Good. Now from here, let's warm up the core just a little bit. Good. I'm just going to let the knees bend into a hover. And then I'm going to lift. Now, the lower you take the knees, even with a tap, the harder you're going to make it. If you've got a knee issue, I don't recommend coming too low. Might be a little bit too much pressure. Good. And then from here, once you're ready, good. Finding the downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Good. Pressing with the feet. Walk or step your feet forward to meet the hands. Let your knees bend. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Good. Pressing into the feet and the legs. Long back as we rise. Exhale. Hands to heart center. We're finding breath. Sounding mountain intention. Softer knees. You don't want to be locked like this. Good. Let's take this into a couple sun salute A's here. A couple sun salute A's here. Big inhale and we'll reach. Exhale, I'm going to bend and bow. Planting the hands. Pressing through the feet and the legs. Lift and lengthen halfway. You can always come to your shins or thighs. Exhale, we'll bend and we'll bow. Planting the hands. Good. We're going to step or hop back to plank. I'm going to step back into a modified one on this first one. Lowering the knees. Good. Elbows bend straight back. Good. Drawing up and in. I'm going to find my cobra variation. Good. Lowering that down. Good. And then finding my way back to downward facing dog. Taking a moment. Reconnecting with breath. Good down dog form. From downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, pushing with the feet, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Good. Lift and lengthening halfway, getting into the legs. When you get into the legs, you take it out of the back. Good. Exhale and we'll bow. Pressing into the feet and the legs. We'll rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and we reach. Exhale exhale, I'm going to bend and bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs. Lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend and bow. Good. Bending the hands, stepping or hopping back to place. You choose. Take or skip that flow. Taking your time to get there. Breathing. Good. Bending the knees, looking forward. Inhale, exhale. Push with the feet as you step, walk, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Pressing through the feet and the legs. Lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bend and we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs, we're going to come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So from here, we're going to pick up our weights. I'm going to pick up my heavier sets. I'm going to pick up my 5-pound weight. You want to squat as you do so. Good. And I'm going to press through the feet. So I'm just going to roll the shoulders back here for a moment. Now for this is just going to be some chair squat. You can hold your weights on each side, or you can have them up here on your shoulders. So either way is fine for right now. Good. I'm going to recommend feet and legs are about hip width apart here. So zipping up nice and tight. Then I'm going to sit back into the chair. Good. And then from here, let's take some little pulses. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way up. If we're going to do that 2 more times. Good. Finding the chair. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way back up. And we're going to do that 1 more time. 1 more time. So find your good chair position here. Hips, knees, and toes track. We've got a nice long back. We're zipped up from pubic bone to behind the navel. And here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way up. My rear end is feeling it. I hope yours are too. I'm going to grab my weight. I'm going to carefully take them down. Bending the knees. I'll set them down. Good. Planting the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Remember, when you're flowing into your up dog, you always want to push with the feet. You don't want to pull with the shoulders. Just taking a moment. Always let yourself take a moment and down dog. And then from here, I'm going to take that left leg up 3-point. I'm going to bend that knee. You're going to push with the right leg as you open to the left and come back to center. Strong through the upper body. So this is all core work here. Pressing through that leg. Good. We'll hold, hold, hold. Head and neck are free. Good. Hip and knee are going to come back even to the floor. You're going to use your right leg. You're going to push with that leg as you come forward. Use your abs to step your foot forward or pick it up and put it there. You want this whole foot to be on the floor. Good. Finding your length. You can stay here in parallel railroad tracks, or from the right hip, you're going to turn out 45-ish degrees. Good. Whatever you're doing here, press into the front heel. If you're rotated, you're going to press into the back edge of that foot as you come over. Good. Arms can rise. Warrior 1 or high crescent. Front hip will come back, relaxing the shoulders. Breathing. Good. Now from here, once you're ready, good. I'm going to lean forward. I'm pressing back through the back leg. I'm just going to hold for a moment. Get a little bit of core work in there. We'll take that down. Plant the hands. Swivel up the back foot if you took warrior. Front foot's going to step back. You choose take or skip a flow. And I'm going to skip this flow. Breathing. And then from here, once you're ready, we're going to repeat that on the other side. So my right leg's going to lift here, 3-point. Good. I'm going to bend that right knee. pressing through that left foot. My gaze is on the left toe. I'm going to open up to the right and take it down. Trying to keep my upper body nice and even. Good, and pushing that leg and coming up. Good, we'll hold right there. Breathing. Good, now by hip and knee are gonna come back even to the floor. I'm gonna move forward by pushing with that left leg and foot, using my abs to step that right foot forward or picking it up and putting it there. Good, now be mindful of the alignment you need, parallel or maybe a warrior prep. Good, find your feet as you come up. Good. Front hip will come back and we'll reach. Zipping up through that front body, nice strong center line, strong center line. And then when you're ready, good. I'm gonna lengthen here. I'm pressing through that back leg. I'm in that front heel. I don't want this to be all in the front of the foot here. I want it to be not in the knee. So I'm pressing through that heel. Good, and then I'll take that down. Planting the hands, swivel up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Push with the feet to come up into that up dog. Finding that downward face. And from your down dog when you're ready. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Good. Pushing with the feet. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. We'll bend the knees and we'll bow. From here, keeping the knees bent, pick up those weights again. Now this time, I'm gonna pick up these weights. Good. And I'm just gonna press through the feet and the legs as I come up to standing. So we're gonna go through that chair squats again, and this time we're gonna add the arms to it. So if the heavier weights are not for you, based on what you've got in your shoulders, we're gonna do like a forward raise here. Always come to a lower weight or no weights at all. So for these, you do wanna hold on to your weight at the side. So from here, as I squat down, I'm gonna lift my arms here, no higher than the shoulders, pressing through the heels and the glutes, coming back down. And here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo. Gonna come off of there, roll that around, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the hips. Good. So from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squat. We're gonna come to a seat. Good. I'm just gonna take these weights down. Good. And then I'm gonna come onto my sits bones. So what we're gonna do here is a little bit of a half roll down and half roll up. We're gonna let our shins kind of be our guide. So this can be done with no weight. It can be done with the lightest weight possible. If you've got 2 pounds, maybe doing them together is going to give you 4 pounds. I've got 2 5s. You can put them together and make this 8 pounds, or a 5 and a 2, 7 pounds. So all different kinds of things. I'm just going to do this with a 5 today, though. I had a heavy abdominal workout earlier this morning. So from here, I'm going to take my feet closer together. They don't have to touch. I'm just going to rest it right here. So sitting up nice and tall. Good. I'm just going to kind of lower down. So this is going to come up a little bit. Once you come right about here with that weight, good. You're going to keep that rounding as you come all the way forward. Good. And then from here, good. You're going to use that. Then coming back down. Now, what about people where a forward flexion of the spine, which is what I'm going into right now, is not for you? So you just keep a flat back. So then you're just going to kind of take it back just like this. And then you're going to come all the way up with that flat back. Okay. So modification's really easy. Let's do a few more. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Now, the lower you go, the harder this is, but we don't want to come all the way down today. Good. So I have this tendency to let my shoulders creep up by the ears and knees. So I have to really, really pay attention. Good. Good. And last time we'll come all the way back up and over. Good. Coming up to a seat, I'm going to put this weight to the side. Good. I'm just going to swing around here. Good. And I'm just going to get a nice cow position. So if you did a lot of that flexion there, just kind of counter that with this little back bend, this little extension. Good. And then from here, we'll find our downward facing dog. From your down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. We'll inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. Pressing through the feet and the legs, we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, coming back to that intention. Strong body, strong mind, strong heart. And then from here, good. We're going to do a step back into a warrior two. We'll use light weights here. Definitely, if you've got a shoulder issue, I would probably not do weights. And definitely lighter weights. And you'll see why here in a moment. So from here, I'm going to step back with my right foot. Good. From here, I'm going to warrior prep. Good. And then I'm going to make sure this front hip is back. Good. And then try not to move my hips. I'm going to let the chest come to the side. Now, from here, I'm going to reach my arms long. So these are my 2-pound weights. We're going to look just like you would in warrior two, looking off that front finger, palms are going to be up. This is a bicep curl here. Okay. Now, arms at shoulder height, it's going to be more challenging than taking your elbows down low. Okay. You're decreasing the load. So be mindful as to what your shoulder's telling you. I'm going to take this back out here because I'm on a lighter weight. So I know we can do this here. Good. Making sure that front knee tracks towards pinky toe. Here's 8. Zipping up. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. I'm going to take my weight right here at the heart. I'm going to lengthen that front leg. I'm going to come to center just for a moment. Good. So from here, once I'm here, I'm going to take my weight to the heart. Hips, knees, and toes are tracking forward. I'm pressing through the outer edges. Good. Some of you will come all the way down to the floor. Some of you will not. So be mindful. I'm pressing through the outer edges of the leg. Good. Some of you are going to come here and just get a nice forward fold. Others are going to keep the weights at the chest, and you're going to come all the way up. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So you take yours the way that you need to. Inhale, exhale. So this is all leg and core. This bothers your back. Lose the weight. Keep a knee, bend in the knees. Good. And last one. Good. From here, hips, knees, and toes are going to turn out. Good. Find your nice little squat here. Good. I'm going to take my weight to the side. Palms are facing each other. Make sure that this squat is appropriate for you. Legs aren't too wide. So you've got a good form going. When your legs are okay, then you can add the arms. So we're going to do a lateral lift to the side. So as you come into the squat, arms are out. And 2. No higher than the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold here. Arms are out. 3 times. Bring it forward and out. 2 and 3. Bring the arms down, lift the legs up. Good. From here, we're going to take the warrior two to the other side. So I'm just going to turn in my left leg. I'm going to turn out my right leg. So kind of do the opposite of what you did on the other side. Sometimes we can get easily confused when we're doing different things. So just do the opposite. Opposite leg is forward, opposite leg is back. Good. Front hip's gonna come back. You can bend that front knee. Good. Knee track towards the pinky toe without moving the hips. Chest can come back. And you find where you need to do for your second set of biceps. Arms are out and lifted at shoulder height, or maybe they need to be a little bit lower. You decide. Here we go. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen the front leg. Good. Find your wide-legged stance. We're going to do that again. So you choose with or without your weight. We're going to do that little forward fold, the core version, or a nice stretchy version. So pressing through the outer edges of the feet, hips, knees, and toes track forward. Weights, if you're going to use them, are right at the chest. Inhale, exhale. Good. Halfway or all the way. This is also leg work. Nice long back. Pressing through the legs, using the core coming up. There's 1. And here we go. 2. And 3. And coming up. Good. From here, weights are going to come down. Hips, knees, and toes are going to turn out. Second set of these. So from here, again, make sure that your squat's okay first, making sure that the legs are not too far out or too close. And once you've got that, good. We'll take it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold right here. Here goes that forward. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. Arms out, arms down. Press through the legs coming up. Heel toe, everything in. March that out. Good. From the top of the mat. Good. I'm just going to keep my weights right here. We're going to make our way to the floor. So from here, inhale, exhale, bend the knees. Good. We'll lower the weights here. Let the head and neck drop. Pressing through the feet and the legs. Lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bend and we'll bow. Planting the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Good. And then once you've made it all the way back to your downward facing dog, just take a moment here to drop to the knees and take a child's pose. Knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. Arms may be long in front of you, or again, they can come back towards the ankles. Find yours. You want a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. From the shoulder, roll the palms up if your arms are extended. Breathe and expand. And then when you're ready, good. Hands can come underneath the shoulders, and we'll press up, and we will come to a seat. Good. I'm just going to move these weights a little bit closer here. So from here, good. I'm going to take both legs long in front of me. We're just going to get a nice seated forward fold. Toes are going to point back towards the face. Big inhale, it'll reach. Long spine, come forward. Hands will come down from there. Even if you don't touch the toes, don't worry about that. Keep a long back. If you need to keep one, otherwise a forward flexion of the spine is safe, you can roll that forward. Breathing into the back body. And strong mind, strong body, strong heart. And coming back up from there. Good. From here, once you're ready, we're going to take this into a boat pose, Now, I'm going to give you an option here for an overhead press as well in your boat. So I'm going to encourage you, start with a lighter weight, and then if that's too easy for you, then move up to a heavier weight. That will also be safer as well. I'm going to do these on a lighter weight, honestly. So from here, remember, back is always long in a boat. We don't do that from a slump. So zipping up from the pubic bone behind the navel. Good. I'm going to have my weights right here. Good. And you can, have a grounded boat. You can always be right here with your toes down. You choose what you need. Legs don't have to be up high. Mine are not coming high today. You can hang out here as well. This takes some work. Or you can go 1. A little balance, Kelly. 2. Ooh. Draw up and in. 3. 4. Ooh. 5. And 6. Good. Take the feet down. Weights to the side. Forward fold. Find it the way you need to find it. So that one's harder than it looks for sure. Good. Now I did that one with 2 2s. I'm gonna change that for our second one with 1 5. Okay. So you just make changes. You can make it harder or easier. That's the wonderful thing with weights. You can always make something more or less challenged based on your needs and goals. So from here, you want to zip up. If you're not really zipped up here from the pubic bone behind the navel, this goes right to the hip crease. Okay, so if you get in there and it's into the hip crease and you're drawing up and in and you still can't take it out of the hip crease, come out, don't stay there. Okay, that means your hip flexors are taking over and your abdominals are no longer doing the work. So coming to where you're going to come. Good. I'm just going to lift a little bit here. Good. And then you can choose to stay. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, ooh, 5, and 6. Good. Take that down. Let's take the legs wide here and walk out those hands. Whew, that feels nice. And oh, but wait, there's more. There's more. So we worked the bicep earlier. So now we're going to get into the tricep. And we're going to do this one. We're going to come back to the stretch in a moment with a French press. So you can take one weight. This is a good one where you might combine some weights here. I'm going to combine my 2 5s for 10. So if you're combining your weights, make sure that you're holding them in a way that they're not going to be dropped so that you're secure. Good. We're going to take it up. Ears are squeezing the biceps here. We're going to bend the elbows straight back. Good. Now here we go. Let's do 10. Look at it. 10, 9, 8, elbows stay in. 7, 6, full extension. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll come back down. Good. Now from here, weights to the side, walk that back out. Now I'm going to walk that back in. Good. I'm going to go ahead and take my legs and crisscross applesauce here. Second set of triceps. Good. So we'll take those up. We're doing it French press way. Arms are by the ears. And here we go. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll take that down. Good. All right. From here, we're going to come to all fours. So again, you can do these forearms on a block or the floor. I'm going to bring my blanket back in here to cushion my knees for these. And how well you do or don't do this is also going to depend on the type of weight that you use. So kind of keep that in mind here. I'm going to take a 2-pound weight here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that behind
my right knee. Okay, good. And then you can be on your hands with your forearms. You choose where you're going to be. Good. Belly button is in. We're going back to bottom work here. Good. I'm just going to lift. I'm going to squeeze that glute just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now we're going to take that out to the side. We'll go 6, 5, 4. Notice how it's sneaky core work. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release that weight. Good. Sink towards that side. Good. Coming back up, we're going to switch sides here. So now I'm going to take my weight. You always want to work same weight on each side. Otherwise, your stronger side will always be stronger. Your weaker side will always be weaker. So you want to train evenly so that the weaker side can catch up with the stronger. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, you can go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Taking that out to the side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking that knee down. Good. We'll undo. Good. Sink to that side. Good. Now I'm going to give you an option. We're going to do that one more time on each side. If 1 set was enough for you, then feel free to take a break. You can come belly down here, making a little pillow with your hands. Otherwise, I'm going to come back up to all fours. I'm going to take that 2-pound weight, and even on the second set, feel free to power up or power down. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that myself. So I'm going to come back and get this 5-pounder. I may regret this later, but I'm going to come here. Good. So again, we're just doing sets of 6. So belly button is in. Good. We've got 1, 2, 3. Exhale on the lift. 4, 5, and 6. Woo, feeling that much more than that too. Out to the side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Gonna take that away. Good. Get that little stretch here. And we'll do that to the other side if you're taking that option. So again, use the same weight that you do on both sides. Last time, last set. Woohoo! Here we go. And we'll go 6. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last time to the side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Glad to be done with those. Remove that weight. Sink towards that side. We are actually done now with the weight portion of this class. We're going to come down a little bit for some good stretches. So once you're ready, good. You can fold this up. Now, I know I want this as a head pillow here for a moment, so I'm just going to have this close to my side. Good. We'll come onto our back. Would you come back here? If it would feel good to you, let's take the knees into the chest. Go ahead and do that. And do a little wiggle. And maybe even taking the ankles in one direction and then in the other. Good. Let's take the feet down. Hips, knees, and toes are going to track. Rolling the shoulders back to basic bridge, pressing into the feet, arms, and shoulders. Good. We're going to lift up, lifting up through that chest, really pressing into the arms, the shoulders, and the feet. Get that full engagement here. This is scapular strengthening. You cannot get it if you do not press into the shoulders and the arms. And then we'll gently roll out of there, bone by bone. Good. From here, I'm going to take the right leg up. I'm going to take my hands behind that leg, letting them travel as high as they can. So you may not be as high as me. You may not even be past the knee. You go to where you can go. And you can point and flex that foot. Upper body's going to be on the floor here. Now your other leg can also be long. That's okay with the pack. Good. Now, depending on where your grip is, it might be the outer thigh, it might be the outer shin, it might be the foot, it might be the toe. Good. We're going to take this leg out to the right, keeping both hips and both shoulders on the floor. Big breaths. And then once we're ready, good, we'll come all the way up. Good. I'm going to extend this left leg long. I'm going to go ahead and bend this knee. Good. I'm just going to do a nice gentle twist over to my left, trying to keep right shoulder grounded as I look to my right. Watch this right foot. If letting that foot hang down doesn't do it for your right knee, then don't let it hang. Try to keep it in a nice alignment with the knee. And we'll come back in. Let's get a nice soothing figure 4 here. I'm going to take the right ankle to the left knee. You can stay right here if this is all you need. You can bring it in towards the chest. You can thread it through. Good. Find that nice, wonderful stretch here. Then once you're ready, good, we'll take that down, and we're going to do that all on the other side. So from here, right knee can be bent or long. Take your hands behind that left leg. Let the hands travel up as high as they can go. Again, it may not be as high as me. Just go to where you can go. Point and flex that foot. Hold the foot still. Upper body's down. Good. So strong mind, strong body, strong heart. Stretching is so important to a strong body. When we don't stretch out and lengthen back out those muscles after working them with weights, they kind of stay more, contracted is the right word, but it doesn't feel good when they're always like that. And depending on what needs stretching, you might even get into bad posture habits without stretching after a nice workout. Good, we'll release. Take this left hand where you need to take it. Is it going to be the toe, the foot, the shin, outside of the thigh? You choose what you need. Good, we'll let that leg come out to the left, both hips, both shoulders grounded. Your right knee can stay bent or come long, whatever feels good. And once you're ready, then we'll come all the way back up. Good. And then from here, we'll let that knee bend. Good. We're going to take that leg all the way over to the right. Again, watch that ankle. If this doesn't work for your knee, keep it lifted. I have arthritis in that knee, so I'm going to keep my foot lifted. And then coming back center. Good. We'll bend that other knee. We'll take a figure 4 here. The left ankle over the right knee. You can stay here. You can bring it into the chest. You can thread it through. Find yours. I like to rock my figure 4. I don't have to. Always go what you need to do. And then when you're ready, we'll gently release and undo. Good. One more time. Feet as wide as the mat. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. Okay, I'm going to grab my blanket. I have a little bit of a neck pillow here. Good. We're going to go into a short shavasana from here. So from here, just relax the shoulders. I'm going to keep my knees bent today. You can certainly take them longer, but we'll be here not for too long, but I'm going to invite you to trust the earth that's supporting you. Practice being in stillness for a few short minutes. Strong body, strong mind, strong heart. And I'll call you back in a few. And taking some deeper breaths here. We're going to slowly come out of here. Come to a seat. We're going to take some upper body stretches, but no rush right now. We're still on our back. And gently taking the head and neck from side to side, maybe inviting movement of the fingers and toes. Staying here, maybe taking knees into the chest, or maybe a full body stretch would feel better to you right now. And then whenever you're ready, bending on both knees, moving over to your right or left side that works best for you in this moment, taking all the time that you need here. And when you're ready, we'll press ourselves up to a comfortable seat. And from here, just take a moment, notice how you feel. And then we're going to stretch the upper body a little bit here. Let's take the arms up, taking hands together, bending the elbows back. So here's a little tricep stretch. We'll come back up, taking the arms out to the side, palms face forward. Now from the shoulder, press back. There's your bicep stretch. Taking the hands to the top of the hip, nice and tall, pressing the elbows back. Good, there's a little bit of a shoulder stretch there. And then from here, releasing, taking hands forward, reaching forward, maybe rounding and dropping through. Again, another little shoulder stretch here. And a little bit of the upper back as well. And then coming back, heart center. Big inhale and reach. As you touch the hands together, good. And take the thumbs to the forehead for good and true thought, to the lips for good and kind word, and to the heart for open and loving heart. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted, no gain is ever reversed. May you be safe, may you stay well, may you always find a way to have a strong mind, strong body, strong heart. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.